Students, welcome to our video lecture. Today we will complete exercise 1 and hence chapter 1. I am starting with the 7th sum. The following data are given about the index number in weights for the items of living of industrial workers in the city in the year 2014. Find the cost of living index number for the worker. Now to find cost of living index number, if weights are given, by default we have to go by family budget method. So section F, exercise 1, I am starting with the 7th sum, the table to obtain cost of living index number by family budget method is as below. The first column is of given items or group: food, fuel and electricity, housing, clothing, and then miscellaneous, and then total. No unit is given directly in index number I, then weights, and the last column is ID. So index numbers are 255, 174, 234, 153 and 274. Corresponding weights are 42, 8, 12, 18 and 20. Okay, we will write sigma W, which is 100. Now IW 255 into 42, 10,710. Then 174 into 8, 1392. Then 2808. Then 153 into 18. So 2754. Then 274 into 20, 5480. And the total of IW works out to 23,144. So, cost of living index number is equal to sigma IW upon sigma W, 23,144 upon 100. So 231.44. Now students, what is the second part of the sum? That if the average salary paid to the worker in the year 2012 was 6,000 rupees, then what should be the salary paid in the current year? Okay. So when index number of base year was 100, income of worker or salary of worker was 6,000 rupees. So if the cost of living index number changes to 231.44, then what should be the salary in the current year? So salary in 2014 will be 231.44 into 6,000 divided by 100, and this works out to be 13,886.4. 13,886.4 rupees. So So what is the salary to be paid to the worker in the current year 2014? Then it is proportional to the index number. When 12 was the base year, index number 100, salary paid was 6,000. So when cost of living changes to 231.44, what is the salary? So it is simple cross multiplication. Okay, now students, we do the 8th sum. Now students, we do sum number 8. Now, what is the question? The data about the industrial production quantity and weights for the year 2015 are given below. Compute the index number of industrial production and interpret it. Okay students, here direct index numbers are not given, weights are given, and then you have to go by the, you can say, formula sigma IW over sigma W. So question 8. The table to obtain index number for industrial output is as below. Now students, here we are given unit, but unit has as such no impact on the production, because you can say that unit we have to consider as 1. So students, I am not writing the unit, directly I am writing the given group or industry. The first is mine, second is textile, third is engineering, fourth is chemicals, and fifth is food. And then total. Unit as such has no impact. Base year's production is P0, current year's production is P1, weights are B. 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. P1, 15, 25, again 25, 50 and 60. Weights are 4, 6, 30, 3, 4. We will total weights afterwards. First we make the column of index number P1 upon P0 and 200, and then it's the last column will be IW. Okay, so if I operate index number, then this will be 15 upon 10 into 100, so 150. 25 upon 20 into 100, so 125. 25 upon 30 into 100. So this comes out to be, you can say, 250 by 3. Okay, let us keep this as it is. Then 50 upon 40 into 100. So this works out to be 125. And the last 60 upon 50 into 100. So 120. Now IW 150 into 4. So this is 6,000. 125 into, oh sorry, this will be 600. Sorry, students. It is 150 into 4. Sorry, this is 600. Then 125 into 6 will be 750. Then 250 by 3 into 30, so this is 2500. Then 375. And then 480. So this total of IW works out to be 4705. And the total of weight is 47. 30 and 10, 40 and 7, 47. So index number for industrial production is equal to sigma IW upon sigma W. 4705 divided by 47, and this comes out to be 100.1. So this is our final answer. So what is interpretation, students? We have to interpret it. If I subtract 100 from 100.1, the increase in production for the current year is 0.1% with respect to that of the base year. Interpretation we have discussed in 1.3 also, 1.4 also. Once again, students, to write the interpretation from obtained index number subtract 100. So 100.1 minus 100 gives us 0.1. So I can say that the increase in the industrial production in the current year compared to the base year is only 0.1%. So almost negligible. Almost negligible. 0.1%. Okay, students. Now, ninth question. The data about per unit price and weights of 4 items in the year 14 and 15 are as follows. Compute the index number for the year 15. Again, weights are given. Sum number 9, students. The table to obtain index number is as below. The table to obtain index number for the year 2015 is as below. The first column, students, I have to make is of given items A, B, C, D, and then, students, total. Then weights are given as 40, 25, 20 and 15. So if I total the weights, it is definitely 100. Now price of base year is P0, current year is P1I is equal to P1 upon P0 into 100, and the last column is I. So base year's price is 32, 80, 24 and 4. Current year's price is 40, 100, 36. First of all, we have to operate all index number, students. So let us first write the index number for item A will be 40 upon 32 into 100, 100 upon 80 into 100, 30 upon 24 into 100, 6 by 4 into 100. So this index numbers are 125, 125, 125, 125, 125, 125 and 150. Then I believe. So 125 into 40 will give us 5,000. Then 125 into 25, so 3125. 125 into 20, so 2500, and this is 2250. So students, the total of IW works out to be, students, 12875. So index number for 2015 is equal to sigma IW upon sigma W, 12,875 divided by 100, and this is 128.7. 28.75. So students, I can say that the index number for the year 2015 is 128.75. Okay, last sum students to complete the chapter and the exercise. This is a very long chapter. We took maximum lectures to complete this chapter. Okay, now this sum is interesting, so all of you please concentrate. The index number for food and clothing among the different groups of cost of living. Okay, so I should give the heading, the table to obtain cost of living index number is as below. First column I should write of the given groups, then index number, then weight, and students the last column would be IW. Index number for food and clothing among the groups of cost of living are. So first group is food, next group is clothing, and their index numbers are 150 and 224.7. The price of fuel has increased by 220%. Now pay attention. The third group is fuel. Now, price of fuel has increased by 220%. It means the index number for fuel will be basic index number plus increment. So 100 plus 220, and this works out to be 320. Understand? Always, so we have short sums also of this type, where we wrote that the increment in the current year's production is, you can say, 4 times that of base year. So, the current year's production will be base year's production plus increment. I have explained this in one short sum. Say suppose the person gets rise of 20% in his salary. So his current year salary or current month salary, whatever it is, will be the previous salary plus increment. He will not get only increment. So that is our concept. Then students, the expense on rent has increased from 4,000 to 6,000. So rent, the next group students we are emphasizing is rent. So index number for rent will be 6,000 upon 4,000 into 100, and this works out to be 150. And the miscellaneous expense increased by 1.75 times. Again, for miscellaneous, the index number will be 100 plus increment 1.75 times, so it is 175, and this works out to be 275. So students, increment was increased by 1.75 times. So initial was 1, then current will be 1 plus 1.75, that is 2.75. Index number will be 2.75 upon 100 into 100. 2.75 upon 1 into 100. So the answer will be 275. Initial expense was 1 rupee. Increment was 1.75 times of 1 is 1.75. So current year's expense will be 1 plus 1.75, 2.75. So P1 is 2.75, P0 is 1 into 100. So the index number works out to be 275. Directly you can add that percentage to 100 and get the answer. Expenditure for the first 4 groups are 40, 18, 12 and 20. 40, then 18, 12 and 20. Then find the cost of living index number for the year 2015. Find the cost of living index number, students, for the year 2015. Now students, if I total this much, 40 plus 30, 70 plus 20, 90, so this will have weight as 100 minus 90, so 10. Weight is 100%, so total of weight is 100. Now students, only operate IW, so 150 to 40, so 6,000. 224.78 into 18, so 4044.6. Then 320 into 12, so 3840. Then 150 into 20, so 3000. And then 2750. And total of IW works out to be 19,634.6. 19,634.6. So, cost of living index number by family budget method, students, comes out to be sigma IW upon sigma W, 19634.6 upon 100, so 196.346, so approximately 196.35. Then students, interpretation. So the cost of living in the current year compared to base year has increased by 196.35 minus 100, so 96.35%. So almost double, students, the cost of living index number has almost doubled compared to the base year. So to write interpretation, we follow only one technique. Whatever index number we obtain from that, we subtract 100, and whatever answer we get, that is the percentage increase in whatsoever index number we have to find. So in this sum, students, the final interpretation of the answer is cost of living in the current year compared to the base year has increased by 196.35 minus 100, and that is 96.35%. This is what, students, we have to remember. So this completes our chapter exercise 1 and section F. I don't think we have kept any question pending, but once again you go through, students, all the sums. And from next time we are going to start part 2, chapter 4, limit, which is very important. Our next agenda within next month or two, so I am giving you the agenda up to 15th of September, that by 15th of September we would almost complete chapter 4 and chapter 5 of part 2. This is my outline guideline for next 2 months. So almost by the end of September, definitely we would have completed chapter 4 and 5, and then we are going to start probability. So let us hope for the best. Students, you have to be very careful, stay safe, and a gentle reminder that your parents should contact Manmeet sir for the official formalities. Okay, students? So, one has to be very, you can say, attentive in the lectures. Students, don't be lazy. Try to do all the sums perfectly. We have completed chapter 1. Now your responsibility is to start. Be a sharp. Okay, students, so we continue.